Juan, you've played in a few big games here, but Kansas Duke's always big. What are your thoughts going into this one?
Growing up as a kid, you watch the Kansas and Duke games all the time. I think we lost a lot. When we played them last time, we lost my freshman year. So I just want to go out and get a win for us and coach.
Does it feel bigger? I mean, the stage, the opponent, all that stuff. I know it's just another
Uh,
game, but does it?
yeah, because it's the four of the best teams in the country, top teams in the country playing. Then it's Duke and Kansas, two of the best blue bloods in the country ever. So I feel like those are still big games. But even though they're not in our conference or anything, but everybody's gonna be watching it. So I feel like it's still a big game.
What do you know about Duke?
We know that. We don't know too much because we probably gonna do scout or something like that tomorrow about them. But we know that they're gonna run. They're big. So I think for us, we just gotta use our speed, like how we played against North Dakota. Use our speed against them because we know they're very big. So.
Is that the timing of that pretty good? I mean, Norm was talking about it, and you guys have said this in the past too, that speed beats size, and you just had an example of that. Is that good timing to go up against another big team like this?
Yeah, but they have pretty good point guard too, Jeremy Roach, and I know he's like the head of their team, and he makes them go. So I feel like we cut that off and then we'll trap the bigs and however game plan we're gonna do on the bigs. I think we do that and just follow what coach got to say. We should do a good job.
Well, you haven't, wasn't that long ago you were a freshman. Just talk about the experience of you and Kevin and Jalen and what that can bring to this kind of game.
Really, just being coachable. I've been here for 3 years. Kev been playing the Big 12 for 3 years, and Jay will be here for 3 years too. So, just learning from Coach. They know a lot. Coach Norm gonna be there. They gonna have our back. So, just keep learning and be coachable.
How do you feel that makes you better, for the big stage?
Really, because me and Jay Will, Kevin even played in big games too. We played in big games last year, and even the championship, that was the biggest game. So, really, we just gotta come out and play.
Did you like having a couple games before the Champions Classic this year?
Oh yeah, because that gives a little taste of what we got, just like a little warm up, and then because if we just went out there the first game, we might have been struggling a little bit the first half or something like that. But I think the first 2 games helped us out a lot.
Is there anything tangible you can point to as this is something you were able to do that you wouldn't have been able to if you had opened with the Classic?
I think the defense. I think if we didn't have those first 2 games, our defense wouldn't. Well, our defense not up there good. It's pretty good, but our defense wouldn't have been like that if we didn't play the first 2 games.
What have you liked about what Jalen's done so far, especially as a scorer?
Really, he's been working all summer. To every day he works out before weights or practice. So he's been grinding every day. But he's been leading us. Coach knows that what he got to do. We all know what he got to do for us. And if he keeps scoring for us, leading us, rebounding and stuff, I think he'd be one of the best players in the country.
Did you know he was going to come out scoring big early?
Yeah, I used to tell all my friends during the summertime, watch out for Jalen. I know y'all be seeing CB talk about it on social media a lot, so yeah, I seen it coming. He has a green light. He's me and him the only return players, and then really last year he was our top 3 scorers. So I think Coach wanted him to do this, and that's why he came back to do this.
You mentioned CB. He asked me for the box score after the first game. He wanted to check your stats. How much have you heard from him? He's clearly paying attention.
I talked to him before the first game, but I'll be saying what he be tweeting. But
yeah,
I really don't got to talk to CB every day because me and him been so close in 7th grade. So
sure.
that's just like my brother. So we talk on occasionally.
Yeah.
How's he doing?
Well, he's doing good, great. He's playing a lot. He's in a rotation, so he's doing pretty good. I'm gonna support him from here. I know he's gonna be supporting me while he's down there in Denver. So it's just all love.
What's the biggest key for your big guys? They're young, right? So in this matchup, I know you want to hit them with speed, but what do those guys need to do to have success?
Really, just lock in on defense, really, because they're very big. I feel like last Thursday when we played North Dakota, our bigs did a good job of just walling up a lot and waiting for us to come trap me and Bobby. So I feel like they do that again, and I feel like they should be in good shape, and then you know how they catch lobs, so if they continue to catch lobs, that should be a big task for us.
In looking back at that game on Thursday, the first half in particular, can you just talk about what you saw on tape, your speed, the number of people that stepped up for Kansas? I mean, did it even kind of surprise you that, man, we're that good?
I think we just came out aggressively on defense. I mean, when we watched film yesterday, it didn't look like we was turned up. Even coach said it when he was watching it with us. So, but when we was in the game, like in action, it felt like we was turned up. But I feel like if we keep the first 5 minutes, always important to start the game out, because you remember the exhibition game we played Pittsburgh State when they went up big. I feel like the first 5 minutes is always the main task, because you don't go out the first 5 minutes, you'll never know how the outcome comes.
What did Coach Self say about game 2?
Really, I think we did a pretty good job, but I think we got a lot to learn, a lot of little small errors we got to work on, because really they shouldn't even have really scored 19 points in the first half, and they really scored on mistakes that we made. So I think this week playing against Duke, we got to work on the little stuff, because the little stuff matters.
I know he's been emphasizing finishing, layups, making those close shots. What do you got to do to get those done? Not just you, but the whole team.
Really just keep having confidence.
Okay.
And keep being aggressive, because we eventually gonna start falling, and then just keep having confidence in it.
All right, thanks, Dajuan.
Thank you.